Now, let's imagine that you're selling a high ticket service. Maybe you're an agency, maybe you're an accountant, maybe you're someone that helps e-commerce brands with their email, whatever it is that you might be doing. Imagine you had a funnel that is bringing you small amounts of profit every single day without you having to close anything. Now, imagine that the same funnel is on the back end generating you meetings with people who are interested in your high ticket services. And now imagine that this funnel costs you zero money to run, right? You're still using ads, you're still running traffic to it, but you're not paying for it out of pocket. That sort of stuff happens when you're running low ticket funnels, and this is how it sort of looks like for me. And I personally, I run two low ticket funnels pretty much at all times. One will be utilizing a low ticket offer, like a training, like a course, maybe some templates, something that is easy to deliver. You make it once, you sell it forever, and people find huge value in it because you help them solve one specific problem, right? So that would be low ticket offers. Second type of front end offers that I run is paid workshops, right? The idea is very similar. You're hosting a live workshop in which you show your leads how they can solve a specific problem, maybe get more high quality leads, maybe increase their conversion rates, maybe optimize their taxes. I don't know what you're doing, but you kind of get the idea, right? So both these would focus on solving one major front end problem, right? So what happens after they buy either one of these is I use a conversion mechanism. Usually it's one-on-one strategy call, right? So what happens on funnel mechanics side is that people buy, like, first of all, they see an ad, they land on either low ticket offer landing page or a paid workshop landing page. From there, they buy, and then they get redirected to a thank you page where they can book a call with me. So I'm seeing about 50% of buyers turn into strategy calls, right? So essentially, I'm getting paid to take these strategy calls, in which, of course, many established businesses ask me, okay, like, I really enjoyed the product, I really enjoyed the workshop, what else can you do with me? And that's an indication that they would be open to working with me with my higher ticket offers, right? So this is how it works in a nutshell. And you might be thinking, okay, this is so 2010, low ticket offers don't work anymore. Let me, show you 3 different low ticket ad accounts and results we're getting for them. So this one right here is for a coach, and we launched this, I think, start of December last year. And so far we have 557 sales, close to $20 cost per purchase on average, so pretty good. His average order value is above this cost per purchase, so he is making money on low ticket offer, and then he's converting people to his high ticket stuff, in-person events, one-on-one, you know the drill, right? Ad account number 1. So ad account number 2, this one right here, more than 5,000 sales, average cost per sale, let's see, it's 22 euros. And this funnel has made $360,000 on front end, right? Without even considering high ticket stuff, $360,000. Then my own funnel right here, 841 sales since November, 19 euros cost per purchase on average, and my average order value is close to 50 euros, right? So I'm on the front end, very profitable, and then on the back end, people are booking calls, they want to work one-on-one with me, all the good stuff is happening. So how can you do this in your business, and is it still a viable strategy in 2025? Short answer, obviously yes, because you can see it working right here, but there's a couple of things you need to consider if you want to launch your own low ticket funnel. First and foremost being that you need to think about how you're converting these buyers into one-on-one calls, and there's many different things you could do. There might be services where it's very acceptable to do paid trials. If you can give someone a taste of your high-end service with like $900 paid once, that would be very good way for them to start working with you with like literally zero risk, close to zero risk, right? Another thing I'm doing personally is free workshops. I really like doing these. So people that buy my front-end offers, they get promoted free workshops through email, through my Facebook group. They attend, we build even more rapport, and then in these workshops I ask them to hop on one-on-one call if they want to look at their situation closer. And of course, in these calls, the same situation, if they find value in what I do, they will be the ones asking, okay, like what else can you do for me? Can we work closer together, right? And this, in essence, is how I'm currently running, first of all, my agency, and also my coaching program, which is a completely different side of business, completely different industry. For both of these, I'm using low ticket offers, paid workshops to get leads. And what's really cool about this is that I'm getting leads at a profit, right? So if my product is like $29, $27, I'm usually getting sales close to $20. And of course, people buy upsells, people buy paid coaching calls, which is one of thing, which I sell for $100, and they pay it without even speaking to me once, right? So they first buy this, they buy upsells, your average order value goes up, and then of course, if your stuff is actually good, established companies will be reaching out to you and asking like, what more can you do for me? I want to work closer with me. I see the value. What's the deal? Okay, so this is the value of the funnel and how it looks like. But let's break down low ticket offers in more detail, because there's a couple misconceptions. People think that you're just going to launch one huge guide on how to do a specific thing and you're going to get sales. That's not really what happens, right? So how most of my funnels look like is something like this, right? So this is a nice little breakdown of what I do funnel wise for pretty much all the funnels that I launch. And if you want something like this built for you, that's a service that I offer for a one-time fee. I build this whole thing out for you, launch the ads, make sure they work, you're getting sales, you're getting appointments, you're happy, then I hand it over to you, show you how to run it, and you take it from there. But here what we're doing is we need, like, to make this whole thing work, we need a very good intro product or a hook product that's basically acting as the intro into your whole ecosystem, right? So it doesn't have to be this huge comprehensible thing of everything that you do and how you solve problems. It's actually the opposite, right? You want it to be simple, you want it to be quick to implement. Most importantly, you want it to be easy and fast to get results with, right? So maybe some of your best email templates that you use for e-commerce brands, or maybe some specific sales script that you use to close more deals. That sort of stuff would be perfect for, intro product, right? So that's what we do, and we price it at like 14 to 27 bucks. I usually refrain from using 27, but that's what most people do. I like to do 29, 24, just because everyone does 27, and I think it's losing its kind of edge, because if everyone's doing it, it loses efficiency, especially in marketing. So I want to price it at a relatively cheap cost, and the reason why is because people on social media, you don't want them to think too much about the purchase, right? Because if the price is too high, they will switch from emotional thinking into rational thinking, and it's likely that they won't buy, right? But if it's $14, $7, $9, if it's relatively cheap, people will impulse buy your product from just seeing your ad once. They will buy it without thinking too much, and boom, they are hooked into your whole ecosystem, right? But that doesn't end there, right? We are not going to make that much money from just having a cheap front-end info product, right? That's kind of obvious. That's where upsells come into picture, right? And first place where you can do upsells is on the checkout, right? So as people are filling out their card details, there's this window where you can have additional products that people can add to their order with just one click, right? So usually these are small add-on problems, and for me what I like to do is, if there's like 5 problems that your core offer, your core high ticket offer fixes, and problem number 1 is what your info product is about, then problem number 2 would be something that is on the bump upsell, right? So complementary or auxiliary problem that you can also solve, and you know for a fact that most leads who buy product number 1, they will also have problem that your product number 2 solves, right? If that makes sense. What also works here really well is templates. So if you're like in email marketing space or sales or whatever, you can sell scripts for like $9, or templates or template library for like $9. And so really easy to say yes to offer, and most people actually opt in to buy that too, because that kind of expedites their whole process of implementing what you sell in your hook product, right? So that's how most order bump flows will look like. It's just small complementary products that are easy to say yes to, They're not expensive, they're also quick to implement, easy to see value to, right? So then once your lead actually buys the initial product and any of these bumps, they get redirected to the upsell page, and this is where you sell something that's more expensive. And from my experience, 1 in like 5 or 1 in 10 people will actually buy your upsell, which is 67 to 97. This is not really updated, but the price range I now price my upsells on first upsell page is 69 to 97. So this would be something again that's like, if you have like 5 core problems that your high ticket solves, so this would be maybe problem 3, maybe problem 4 bundled together. So this would be more comprehensive, kind of a bigger training, solving maybe a bigger problem, but that's also something you know for a fact that your leads struggle with, right? And then we have upsell page number 2, and here what I'm seeing really good success with is selling one-on-one consultations, right? So people who want hands-on approach with the creator of the product, and they're not afraid to spend like $100 to get your unique insights on how they should implement what they just bought. They won't be afraid to spend $100 to sit down with you and actually have you walk them through the product and how to best implement it in their unique situation, right? So I'm seeing 1 in 15 people buy this, and this is just a nice way to get paid to take sales calls besides doing all this, right? So how I'm structuring this part of the funnel is that if people don't buy upsell number 1, they get redirected to this page, which has both the upsell and the call bundled together. But if they do buy upsell number 1, they just get redirected to the same page without this product, right? The price doesn't change, the offer changes based on whether they purchased upsell number 1 or not, right? And then of course we have the thank you page, right? So here you might be asking, okay, they just bought the call, why would they book a call again? Or if they bought a call, wouldn't they feel swindled if you just have a free option to book a call? Here it's all about the framing, right? So this you just basically frame as one-on-one help to implement, right? But this you can structure more like, hey, see how it would look like to work with us one-on-one on our high ticket stuff. You do your standard offer thing on the thank you page with just a simple Calendly link, and then people who want to solve the problem the most, or they don't want to do it themselves, they just want to get the solution quick, they will book a call either way. So on thank you page, you're seeing 50% of all buyers book a call in our funnels, right? So this is how, for the most part, the whole situation looks like, and it should look like for you, at least initially, when you're starting out building your low ticket offer. You don't want to go crazy here and build it out, from day one. What I usually recommend people do is build out the intro product and of course the checkout with some order bumps. If it sells, you start adding on to it to increase average order value, and at one point you'll have like 4 or 5 total pages in your funnel. You'll be getting purchases for like $20. Average order value will be $50 to $60, and you will be getting paid to actually have calls on your calendar, which I think is the best place to be, because the hardest part of this is just setting it all up, making sure it works. Once it does work, like day to day, there's not much tweaking to do, right? You're getting 5 to 10 sales a day with $100 a day ad spend. You're getting 2 to 3 calls per day, and you're not really doing anything besides setting this up initially to get those calls and get those high ticket deals, right? So from the leads perspective, why this works so well is people buy your product, and because they bought, they are inclined to actually watch it, as opposed to free lead magnets where you claim something with just your email, and that something sits in your email and you don't really use it. But here, because people actually paid for the information, they're much more inclined to actually go through it. And what happens is that, like, first of all, they get answers to the question they had when they bought the product. Second of all, they get nurtured and they start to see you as the expert, right? And then they're more inclined to reach out to you and ask about your high ticket stuff. And you occasionally want to remind those people about your high ticket stuff through email marketing, right? So a quick little email list with people, or with just the buyers who have already paid you, will really increase the conversion rate from your emails, as again, opposed to like doing free lead magnet stuff where you can get leads for $2, but your email list is non-responsive. That doesn't really happen here. So once you have like 200 people in your email list 200 people that have bought your stuff, and you host a free workshop, it's guaranteed that almost 20 to 30 people will show up, in which you will again have chance to show that you know what you're doing and pitch your high ticket stuff, right? So this for the most part is how I run low ticket funnels. And if you want something similar built out, or you need information how to build this stuff out, I do have training available, and in the training you'll find pretty much every single thing you need to get results like this. It's actually way easier than you think. There's just 3 key pillars that you need to do to successfully launch low ticket offers to cold audience using Facebook ads and get results like this, where we got 557 sales with close to $20 cost per purchase, 4,000 sales or 5,000 sales with 21 euros per purchase, and you know, from my own funnel, 841 sales with 19 euros per purchase. You can grab the training in the link in the description, see if you like it, and yeah,